My name? What does it mean input my name? What? Is this some kind of dream? What's going on here? What on earth? Why can't I speak? Nothing comes out when I try. All around me. Damn, it's pitch black. I can't see anything. My name? What's going on here? Who's there anyway? What's happening here? Answer me! What? My name? Automatically? What does that mean? I mean, how am I supposed to input anything? Wait, at least answer me. I have no idea what's... Hey! So, my name. I need to say my name? But I can't speak. It's Michelle. My name's Michelle. Michelle Bollinger. That's my full name. Please work. Seventh Lair? Wait! In that moment, the darkness was gone. What enveloped me next was a clear blue sky. After I jet off my spine, I realized that I wasn't standing on anything. My own screams thundered in my ears. I was falling. What? Whoa! Ah! There's nothing to hold on to. Need an explanation what's going on? That's exactly what I want too. Some random words forced me to give my name out of nowhere. And then, I was thrown up into the sky. And now, I was plummeting. That was all I knew. It's over. Thinking wasn't gonna help. I'm dead!
Hey, get up! Come on and get up already.
So, right. What the? Oh, whoops.
Good. You moved. You were completely still, so I was pretty sure you were dead.
What? Who is this and where am I? The graveyard. Hold on. My eyes still hadn't adjusted to the light as it settled into focus. There was a young girl with softly colored hair looking down at me. I probably had a totally dumbfounded look on my face. It would explain the suspicious yet concerned look she was giving me.
Hey, are you okay? Get it together already! There's like so much that I want to ask you.
Huh? You want to ask me?
Hey, so what's happened? You know something about this place, don't you? So who the heck are you? What the heck is going on here?
But, no. Hang on. Don't just freak out on me.
Answer me! What's the deal here? Why is something crazy like this happening?
Why, I mean, I like to know myself. How do you know what's happening to begin with?
Wait, so
Elise, can't answer your questions. I don't know anything. With mind still foggy and this little girl grilling me, I tried to look around. What was this? Why a graveyard? And not to mention, after falling right out of the sky, why was I uninjured? And what was that before? This is a dream, at least I think.
What gives? I feel dumb for getting my hopes up now. After that crazy way you appeared, I was sure you definitely knew something.
Crazy way I appeared?
Yeah, all of a sudden, the sky was all flashy.
The sky was flashy?
That's why we were so surprised. We ran over here to see, and you were dead on the ground.
Wait a second. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't even know who you are.
Nellie, I think you should calm down. He's clearly just as confused. It'll only make things worse if you bombard him all at once.
I was so distracted by the little girl that I didn't even notice that there was someone else here. It was a boy with gentle-looking demeanor. His hair was similar color to the girl's. Who are you?
I'm Mell, Nellie's older brother. Nellie is her name, by the way.
Mell?
Is something wrong?
No.
Anyway, I'm sorry. But we're flustered too. We didn't have any intent pressing you like this.
He's composed, smart. Still no idea what's going on, but it seems like he gets somewhere discussing this with him.
But, Big Brother, do you really think this guy doesn't know anything? I mean, did you see the way he appeared in the sky?
Indeed. That did make him seem important. But it also isn't guaranteed that important people have any information.
No, wait. Why don't you wait a second here? What do you mean by the way I appeared?
I already told you. All flashy-like.
And I told you, I don't know what you mean.
To put it one way, it's like you were a gift from the heavens. You were wrapped in bright light, and some mysterious power sent you downward.
What? No, come on. Isn't that a crazy way to put it?
I think so too, but I can't help it if that's how it looks.
You make it sound too cool given the nature of our situation. Rather embarrassing, I might add.
But you know, it's kind of ridiculous.
Huh?
Usually, if someone's gonna fall from the sky, it's a girl, right? So why did we get some stick in the mud long-haired chump?
Let me take that back. You're not a reliable character at all. You're the punchable one.
Hey, what's with you? All I did was say something I was thinking.
Be a little more choosy with your words.
Stop it, you two. We have to hurry up and make sense of the situation.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, you're right. To think the youngest of all of us was espousing the most wisdom.
So, you have no idea what's going on after all. Well, the same as us. When we came to, we were in a forest. At first, I thought because I'm so super cute that we got kidnapped. I really did.
Right, just because you're super cute, Nellie.
What's with these these two.
But you just seemed too unreal. I think that's the way to put it. Appearing out of nowhere and all. So I had no idea what to think after all that. I mean, I had never seen anything like that.
But also, the clothes we have on. Aren't they weird? Did you always wear clothes like that?
Huh? Now that he pointed it out, I finally noticed it. The clothes weren't modern at all. Right. They were plain, looking like we had jumped back a few hundred years in history. What's more is that it wasn't just them. I was also dressed the same way. This world looks hard to move around in.
Hey, is this...
Just as Nellie opened her mouth to speak to me amid my bewildered silence.
What? Huh?
Huh?
Vaguely, but still enough so that all of us were aware some change occurred. It was in the air, or rather, the feeling in the air. The world that surrounded us suddenly changed. Above us! There's something... What?
What?
Letters? Giant letters are floating in the air! What is that? What is that?
What the heck am I supposed to say to that?
No, come on, that doesn't explain anything! That's skipping so much!
Game? A game? Ah!
Did you figure something out?
I just remembered what happened before we came here. I was trying to download a game.
What? What kind of game?
It was a game that was released on April Fool's this year.
But from where?
From a place called Royame Heaven, run by someone named Dark Knight.
Waitress Heaven?
Royame Heaven.
An indie game site.
An indie game site.
That's, how do I put this?
So you downloaded the game from there too, right?
No,
Out with it, we're in a crazy unknown situation together. Don't go hiding anything from us.
That's my website. Yeah.
You're Mr. Dark Knight.
Yes?
You're the
You're
villain!
villain!
Wait, no, it's a misunderstanding. A false accusation.
How could it be a misunderstanding? I got the game from that site, and then this happened. What kind of trap did you set, you monster? What are you planning on doing with us?
Oh, this guy's not only a pain, but he's the Madman developer as well.
It's a misunderstanding. You got it all wrong. Hey, who you calling a pain?
Look in the mirror. You're a pain in the neck any way you cut it. What the heck is Royame Heaven even supposed to mean? That translates to Kingdom Heaven.
It's supposed to be Kingdom of Heaven.
That's why you're a pain.
Big brother, our point of discussion isn't how much of a pain Dark Knight is. He made some crazy game, and thanks to him, we got sucked into this game world, right?
What? Sucked into the game world?
Yeah! Look what you got us into!
No, Come on, wait a second. You can't... I mean... Getting sucked into a game world? There's just no way that could happen. Totally impossible.
But isn't that the only explanation for this right now? I mean, you hear that BGM faintly playing too.
And that title, and that text up there, and how you appeared in the sky.
This is a flippin' RPG!
But... That's what it is. No, wait. Can't we assume that it's some kind of magic trick? That sounds way more realistic, right? How could game world be the first thing that pops up? It's... no way. It's not realistically possible.
I understand that. But that reality is happening here. So it's only obvious we'd suspect the person who made it.
Oh, wait. Did you make some sort of virtual reality game and...
How could a single indie game maker produce a VR game on this scale? Do you really believe that this is a game world? Perhaps it's just their useful imagination running wild. Or maybe they know something that I don't. I still can't make any kind of judgment call, but... what a world this might be. I'm not the bad guy here. Either way, I need to remedy this misunderstanding. For starters, I had no recollection of ever making a game called 7th Lair.
But you released a new game on April Fools. I remember now. The name is the same. The file name was 7th
No!
Lair.
I really had no idea! Look, the game I wanted to release on April Fools was...
What was it?
Huh?
Now what?
On April Fools. What was the game that I was going to release?
Don't ask us!
I don't know.
My memory's declining by the second. But what's wrong with me? I really can't remember. Plan to put something out. That much I can remember. But I have no idea what that was. Is that still there's a perfect little hole in my memory? But at the very least, it should have been an RPG. The 7th Lair is a name I remember giving it.
I just can't believe this game maker is here. He's doing nothing but playing dumb.
Wait! I really don't know! I mean... Right, yeah, even if, just hypothetically, I did make this game here, then why would I involve myself in it like this? If I was the creator, then would I give myself a higher position of power? I'm the victim here!
I wonder.
So... what?
That makes you the hero, right? You'd obviously give yourself that role because you wanted to be the one in this game with the most power.
What? Why do you assume that,
We have cards. Roll cards.
roll... cards?
I'm sure you're supposed to have one too. Big Brother and I had one from the beginning. Mine had Mage written on it.
It said priest on mine.
I don't have anything like that. Forced to me by the glares, I found around my breast pocket, despite hoping I wouldn't find anything. The slim, paper-thin profile of a card grazed against my fingers. On that card... Whoa, It really says it.
Red-handed.
Indeed.
No, really, believe me.
And now that the physical evidence is in your hand, how are you going to weasel out of it? You wanted to play the adventurer and needed to drag us in to do it. That's right, isn't it?
Speechless, as expected.
You're wrong. You two don't even know what it's like to be a creator. Your perspective is completely that of an end user. Of course some creators would like to be a character in the game. I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. But Dark Knight of Ryumi Heaven isn't like that. You two don't understand my games.
The goal to actually talk about understanding.
Right?
I do not wish to be a player in my game. I'm the creator, the one and only god of Ryumi Heaven. I don't want to be Adam and Eve.
This guy.
Adam and Eve.
I'm the Alpha and the Omega. With my creations, I enjoy watching the users flail as they complain endlessly about it. If I play a tabletop RPG, I'm not a player. I'm the game master. I want to see the players rack their brains over my constant, impossible quests. Would willingly throw themselves into a map littered with traps of their own design!
You have definitely been told you're a terrible game master.
You need to empathize with the players a little.
That's why Dark Knight's games always get grilled for having terrible controls.
And that's why Ryumi Heaven's users kept dwindling.
You shut up!
Now you're just taking it out on us.
Taking it out on us indeed.
And there's another reason why I wouldn't be the hero.
And that is?
I absolutely never fight in the front lines.
Huh?
Rather than taking charge and diving into enemy lines, I like to mull around in the back debuffing. I'm way more enamored with curses and afflictions than flashy attacks or healing spells. Poison, petrify, paralysis, sleep, curse, invade down, all the stat debuffs. That's what's fun to me. A type of person like that could never be the hero.
Why say something like that so brazenly?
That's the worst class to have when the game's unbalanced.
Also the one everyone targets first.
And
What? There's more!
the name of these classes are too simple. If it were me, I would...
Oh, you named them something way more cringy.
Who's cringy, huh?
But if Dark Knight really is the culprit here, something is still way off. The way he's vehemently defending himself isn't quite right.
But I still think you're some kind of key to this. I mean,
Right. The moment we opened the game from your site, we have found ourselves here and all.
Wait a second. I didn't ask before, but did you just post on their forum on Ryumi Heaven?
Yeah, we're regulars. Recently that JB guy has been harassing you a lot. And in response to that, you made it a big deal that you were gonna give us something for April Fools.
So the regulars on that site got pretty curious about that.
Regulars. Mell. Oh, so you're that Mell. I wonder if I felt like I heard it before. You used that name to make posts.
Yeah, was using my real name online.
And Nellie, who were you? I don't remember that name.
I go by the name Pinky Rose.
I wonder if I'm the only one who thinks that's nice. I remember that name too. I see. So you two really were on my site. It's an odd feeling, meeting someone in real life that I've only ever seen online.
I definitely didn't think an IRL meetup would happen like this. Well, you probably had no intention of hosting one anyway.
No.
But honestly, even if you said you were going to have one, I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone. So right around April Fool's, there were some people posting on forums about a new game.
Yeah, right. Aside from you two, JB, Paul, Aid, and also Imeon.
I wonder if that means they're here with us.
No way.
But then again, I have no reason to believe that it's only us here. If the cause of this was opening that game that we downloaded, they could also very well be involved in this.
That's true. Are you here too, Imeon?
I think I can believe that you didn't make this game. But don't you at least know something? Anything. Even something really minute.
I never even thought about making an RPG, so... Ah,
Think of something?
just once. I thought about making one, but I ditched it. The only thing that came off it was a loosely compiled outline. Class titles and everything basically were all placeholders. It's been 4 years since I thought of it.
That's ages ago!
At the time, I thought an RPG would be good for my first release. Though, in the end, it turned into more of a sim-type game.
Fairy House, right? I actually really liked that one.
Oh, really? That's a little unexpected. I feel like they only ever complained online. It used to be nice and not every face-to-face, or it was just fluff. Whatever.
Why did you stop making the RPG?
No reason, really. I just got sick of working on it. But truthfully, I couldn't manage all the settings and couldn't quite flesh out a detailed story, so I never got on top of it. If I say that, they'll say something like that happens to all beginners. A detailed story?
What's the matter?
Honestly, since it was 4 years ago, I don't really remember. I didn't even decide on a name for it. But I remember the outline vaguely. Intro, I think I remember. Involves the protagonist getting taken to another world and descending into a graveyard.
Why did you have him come down in a graveyard of all places?
I wanted to make it a little unique.
Going grimdark just to be edgy is pointless.
Shut up already!
But, yeah, this is it. We're in that scenario. What's going on here?
It was just a failed project. So, why is it happening like this?
The world of a game that was never meant to be released. And here we are, experiencing it for real. It's starting to feel more like a mystery.
Really? It's not very well done for a mystery.
Well, I'm so sorry it's not to your liking.
No, I didn't mean to diss you there. Dark Knight. Mysteries, have to give the reader some complex machination that they need to solve. Something like an objective. We've just been thrown into something randomly with no clue of what's happening. We don't have anything close to an objective right now. This is even enough for a lead-in.
I originally thought that she was a ditzy type. Now, I'm starting to reconsider my opinion of her.
Hey, I bet you just had a mean thought, didn't you?
No, nothing like that. An objective. True, we have no idea what it is we are supposed to do. Though, a vague objective, meaning... clearing the game, perhaps?
Huh?
As in, something we're supposed to do.
But why, though?
In order to understand what's going on, and also to return to where we came from.
Do you have any proof that we can go back if we beat the game?
Have nothing like that. However, games to begin with, are basically things that let you experience the unreal, whatever medium it may be. When it ends, the unreal is over. You're essentially returned back to reality, and at least that's how I see it. Is this really some kind of game world? Or some kind of delusion on a massive scale? Who would set up something like this? I can't make any judgments yet. But if what's happened so far is according to the flow of a game, then that must mean it wants us to continue. Now speculate. Purely hypothetical, of course. None of us can determine by what method this came to be. But if this is a game world, or an imitation of one, moreover, if it's based on a project that I scrapped, then I should be able to predict the flow of the story. At least, to a degree. I wasn't the creator of 7th Lair. However, it's based on my outline. For the guy who made the outline to be here in some way, it's an advantage in our favor. So first, we head to the starting village.
And beat this game.
Huh?
For me, I just want to know what the heck this place is. And also if there's an actual danger to us here. But if I can be with you, big brother, I don't really care where we are.
Right, me too. If I can be with you, I'm fine with wherever I am.
Yeah? That's weird. It's like you two want to be in your own world. But I mean, won't your family be worried about you?
It doesn't really matter. If this isn't the real world, then why should our family matter at all?
No, it's not like that. Anyway, I've been wondering for a bit now. But why do you think that this isn't the real world? It's all a big construct, or some extension of reality. You don't think so?
I don't. This isn't reality. It's a game world.
Why though?
I think we'll know soon enough.
But still, if we stay here doing nothing, then the story won't progress, and plus I must get back to the real world. There's someone who's waiting for me.
Huh? Even though you're a friendly shut-in neat?
Now you're going too far. Even I can have a girlfriend.
Huh.
No, Dark Knight. Having an imaginary girlfriend only amplifies the pain.
She's not imaginary.
I can't believe it. A shut-in neat with a girlfriend. That's enough to tear the fabric of existence.
Big brother, it's merely a pathetic illusion. Something like that can't possibly exist.
Hey, what are you two getting at?
Whatever. Leaving the imaginary girlfriend aside for now.
She really exists, though.
I'll agree to your plan to move forward. It's true that if we stay here, we'll never know anything. And plus, even if we clear the game, we don't really know if it'll end, right?
It kind of sounds like she doesn't want to return to reality. What's up with these two? There's something going on with them?
Okay, then let's go. Off to the starting town, or whatever.
Yeah. For now, let's try making progress. Getting a grasp of our situations first and foremost. Should also tell them my real name.
Another night has fallen. Another day is done.
So, is it tomorrow when you get to meet the girl?
I hear the
Honestly, I have no idea how this would play out.
taking me
Oh,
back
I know you're happy inside. But come on, you should be glad you have a fan.
Is she really a fan? I mean, you're like this random no-name site on the fringe.
Don't some of us come here because we like it?
Only because they have nothing else to do.
True. There are no other users like her who send those intense mails to you. I almost couldn't believe it when you showed me.
Maybe she's a little suspiciously forward. Could be some kind of trap.
Don't get catfished. You're the type that easily gets scammed.
I like to think I'm not careless enough to get scammed.
I seem to remember you saying that once before.
You jerk.
But either way, you should be half excited, half in regard.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna get scammed.
Well, I hear ya. But these things can be landmines. There's no guarantee it's actually a female. If you waltz up all hopeful, you could be in for a bad time.
Please don't let this be a guy pretending to be a girl.
Even if it is a girl, she might be a psycho clingy type.
Maybe it's for the better.
I can't wait to hear all the stories you'll have from this.
I should have come to you for help.
Sometimes it's
Imeon.
best to let
Hmm?
things go from
This isn't because I'm overly expecting anything, and it's just being hypothetical, but if it's just some completely normal girl, what should I do?
This loser is actually expecting something. I knew it.
I can see that, you know.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, how about you learn to make a cappuccino or something?
I always thought that I wanted to be a game creator. Thought that I could perfectly reproduce the game worlds I imagined in my head. I thought all of the game ideas I had were revolutionary. Thought I could get into a game company, could make what I wanted to. I thought I would sing my praises. So I thought. It was likely that most of those with a large title creator thought just as much. think I'm a genius. It has something special which separates me. Using that special something, I could impress and inspire. And also, that other people's ideas were drab. Or, for a less delicate way of saying it, I could make something way better than your boring as hell pile of garbage. Also, people wouldn't hesitate to say it. Without much doubt in my mind, it's like that too. In some ways, my dream came true, then it was crushed. 5 years ago, I found myself with a small developer, as I always wanted, was officially working on games. But that place was like a cesspool of despair. Like when I had a new idea, or when we had a brainstorming meeting, or when I made a proposal, or when I made a spec sheet, or when I literally tried to do anything. The people who were considered my superiors would curl their lips into a wicked, sadistic smile and shoot me down repeatedly. I mean, I was new, so things were rough around the edges. But they weren't just there to reshape my ideas. They had to strip them bare and grind them into oblivion. Ragging on others was fun for them and alleviated their stress. Criticism was the easy. Could learn it quickly. Plus, ideas were easiest to step on before they had really taken shape. It was hard having my ideas rejected. It was almost as if they were saying that my brain was a boring failure of a product. A person can continue putting out ideas if you constantly trample them. If they could, then they wouldn't be the developer at the bottom of the barrel. They'd be on bigger projects, put out huge original titles into the world. But I, for one, as well as others there, weren't that kind of person. That's why I wore out, eventually became a cog with nowhere to go. There was a time when I scoffed at the routine nature of office work. But I have come to be amazed at the stability office workers have. A highly functioning cog, as opposed to a stripped, busted one. Night and day difference. I ended up quitting within a year. Would never see the day where a game I created would be released into the world. How could someone who couldn't even endure being at the bottom ever have a chance to release an original title? It's the truth. Cold and hard as it may be, but if I was forced to stay in a toxic sludge, my brain would have eventually rusted. If by the time came, I probably would have been able to have an original thought anyway. And plus, there were other methods. You said you can make an original title unless you're part of a company. There's no such rule. So is the indie community, isn't there? And right about that time, indie games were all the rage. They were all over the place in game magazines. One that was really making headlines was a game a college girl made, where all you do is raise a bunch of plants. One that wasn't really a game at all. He had millions of downloads and showed no signs of slowing. I mean, if people were willing to buy that, I could make something too. By myself, if need be. No problem. I would make it happen. Or at least, I thought as much. 4 years ago, I made Ryumi Heaven. At least the world what would be my first game. Fairy House.
Sometimes it's best to let things go for a while, even though they feel right. I never
I didn't think Fairy House was that bad. Come on, don't get all bummed out. You still got everything ahead of you, yeah? There might be a spark soon enough. It might just be that no one's aware of it. And luck plays a big role too, I think. Just think about what you're gonna do next.
I want to say that because I never made anything before. I'm getting out for free, it hasn't even reached 100 downloads yet. If that wasn't bad enough, just when I thought we'd get some reactions, I'll get out complaints. I mean, it's free. I'll let them play it for free.
Well, I guess I can understand getting heated. But it won't come together without players. Maybe you could try and get closer to them? To the users, I mean.
To only 100 people? Probably less than half of them have even played it?
That's at least more than a classroom. A lot more. Maybe Fairy House is just that kind of game. send messages to fairies, teach them language, and expand conversations. It's just a conversation game. If people could start conversing with them the way they imagine, then their satisfaction will go way up, and it'll be more like a game where you raise them. But as it is now, it's not at the point where you can have a real conversation. That's why they get sick of it and complain. You could make it so that you could sample user data, then update it. The user all contribute to make Fairy House bigger. Something like that would make it unique and maybe fun. I mean, that would be a boatload of work for you.
You can suggest all of that because you're not a creator. But I'll give it some thought.
Yeah, do it. There's no way I can do something like make games, so it's only me running my mouth. But here's what I think. The majority of people have no idea how to make games, and don't try to understand, and they don't even need to anyway. All they need to understand is how to play it. But now you know how much effort it takes to make even a floundering flop of a game. You've learned, even with a crappy system in a crappy world, you know the time and effort it takes to get to the start of the menu. By completing the first product of Royaume Heaven, you've moved to the side of understanding. I think that's a big first step, you hear?
You know, sometimes I wonder, are you a creator yourself?
I'm just a well of knowledge, is all. I get like this after a while. But I don't impart my knowledge on just anyone. It's only because you've made me a fan of Fairy House. Someone's blushing on the screen.
I am not. I could easily make something like this. In reality, that confidence was quickly shattered in the development process. Not a girl was a mere college student with no knowledge of game making. There it was with a whole year of professional work under my belt. I thought it was just a case of watch a pro at work. But what resulted was something light years away from millions of downloads. Something that was railed and ridiculed yet again by critics. Imeon consoled me by saying, at least it were noticed, it would be worse if it was completely ignored. But personally, if they were going to tease me, I would prefer if they said nothing. I didn't have a thick enough skin to brush it off. In fact, I was so upset I wanted to die at times. At the same time, I was furious. The one who stuck with me was Imeon. I met Imeon when I was still a university student, although we still never actually met directly. We met on an MMORPG, got along like two peas in a pod. When we get sick of a game, we move on to the next one together. Be at each other's throats sometimes too, like one of us would blow it on a co-op game like an FPS. If we were grinding levels in RPG, we would have had in-depth talks about the menu system and whatnot. Our preferences were almost one and the same when it came to being on the consumer end. Eventually noticed we were chatting almost every day. Our online correspondence continued for years, but never suggested meeting up. Nor had he. It wasn't like we had no interest in doing so, but more like there was no reason to. In some ways, being online gives a far more real connection than meeting face to face. Know his real name or where you lived. That, in fact, would have been the reason it was so easy to have him as a friend. If I had to say what I knew about Imeon, it was that he was a guy about my age who liked mostly the same stuff. And then about 2 years after starting Royaume Heaven, I had no real steady job, was piddling around with game projects at home. I had 5 releases so far. The site was becoming a bizarre hangout for regulars only. It was about that time I got a message from a woman. Rachel.
Hello, I really like your games.
Rachel.
Hello. I really like your games.
Her online name was Giselle. After running the site for 2 years, some decent reviews started coming in. But there had never ever been someone like her who wrote with such politeness and moreover, a sense of passion in her responses. She had written extensively in reaction to each of my games released thus far.
I can't believe how into Fairy House I am right now. It's so different than anything that's out. I'm at the point where wherever I see a fireplace, I can't help but think of it. I don't know. I just feel like I have friends in my computer now. Like, I have someone I can talk to, like, maybe a counselor? I can completely talk to them about anything. My little fairies! And once I got used to the illustrations, they just got cuter and cuter, and Crash Moon is just so neat. It's, what do you call it? A block game? It was so easy to get into. But I messed up so many times, destroying the whole world. And I think on the 3rd level I set a new record. I see your 3rd game as a visual novel. That's kind of surprising. It's so cool that you can write too. Although the story was a little dark and kind of made me sad. Do you ever write happier stories? I want to read more of the things that you write. Maybe something about young love, or... The game title is Royam Heaven. How surprising, it's the same as the site. Is the Royami that you imagine something like in this world? There's no monsters or items, but I never got bored playing it. Were the people who left the notes meant to lead you? Or were those people lost on Royame to begin with? The 5th one! I never expected it to be a rhythm game. It's such a funny theme. Hitting the heart to the beat is a little weird for girls, but that might be what's so neat about you. Oh, I mean, I thought so at first, but after I a little bit, it got so fun, and now I can't put it down. I might be addicted, but it's really so amazing that you can make such unique indie games like this.
Our adorably newbie responses were actually a breath of fresh air. She wrote no criticisms, constructive or otherwise, just simple accounts of her enjoyment. So what made me a cringe and embarrassment reading them, depressing my giddiness, but also the largest sense of shock. I copied her messages and forwarded them to Imeon. It took me a whole week to reply to her. I had no idea what to say. I was supposed to be thanking her, but I felt an odd pressure writing my replies. I started to stress over it. Maybe she doesn't write a reply. I'd be happy getting a response from me. Maybe she just wanted to write something. I started getting really pessimistic about it all. I felt like I would end up destroying her built-up image of who Dark Knight was. Dark Knight is nothing special. He's a loser. The slime of society. He struggles to pay his taxes. Has no jet-steady job, and he squanders his time in MMOs. To top it off, he's nearly 30. If it was really unique, he would have been famous long ago. He's anything but, though. So, maybe it was scary to think her illusion would be broken. Maybe I thought that I, myself, couldn't live up to my users' expectations. But in the end, no matter how many times I tried to stop myself, I expressed my gratitude. I mean, I genuinely wanted to give her my thanks. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought I was... Oh.
Oh, I'm so glad. I thought I was maybe bothering you with my comments. I'm so happy you replied.
Iselle again replied with her usual excitement. Just someone lame like me. She didn't offer an unexpected proposition.
It's a little hard for me to express myself online. If it's okay with you, if it's not an inconvenience, just one time even, would you be willing to meet with me?
I should have refused her. I should have come. I should have turned back. In this downtown airport... downtown area of Paris, my regrets were slowly consuming me. We agreed to meet at a cafe. She gave me both the name and address of the place, so there was no mistake. Our planned meeting time was steadily encroaching upon me. I live in downtown Paris, so it wasn't hard to get here, but for her to suggest this cafe must have meant that she did too. To reach out to as many users as possible, I made all my game and site contents in English. So to have someone actually want to meet like this was phenomenally unlikely. I just realized that moments before. She was French as well. Moreover, lived in Paris. In the endless ocean of the internet, she found my random fringe website. She took a liking to my games, so much that she wanted to beat me. Isn't this a little too convenient? Could this just be one of my former classmates or co-workers who found my site and was toying with me? But they just wanted to laugh at my expense, that they could lure me out with a girl. It's quite possible. No, wait. That's the only thing that this could possibly be. Who the hell plotted this? Maybe it was him or maybe him. Doesn't matter. Attack now that I've figured it out. I'll go home. Not a moment to lose. Right now. I won't be the butt of their joke. Excuse me, can I have to check? Moments before the appointed time and at the limit of my comm, I asked for a check when the cafe door opened and the chilly clang of a cowbell on top rang throughout the room. And then, long, silky black hair, the eyes the color of jade, chocolately clear. It froze me in place. I looked at her and was relatively sure that had a dumbstruck look on my face. And her, well, at the initial surprise of seeing my face, would have smiled a brilliantly warm smile. Feel like the first time I've ever seen such a shimmering smile. She looked at me, spoke.
Is that you, Dark Knight?
On the bottom of my soul. Regretted not telling her my real name. In the vague outline that I had, the main character's party went to the starting village first. I mean, wouldn't have any equipment unless we get outfitted, so it's as cliche as it can get in terms of RPG progression. Now it's gripped with regret. Why did I try to be unique and have the main character start in a graveyard? Why oh why? Could have him start out in the town. Now here I was, being forced to find the faults within my game, in person.
Whoa! Hey! We can't make any progress like this. Do something about it, Mr. Creator.
I think it was make the outline for this, and the issue with story progression is not my response to.
You don't get to weasel your way out of this.
Hey, Nellie, don't be so loud. They're going to notice us.
Oh!
We were trying to be silent in the brush, but we weren't even capable of that. And now we have a very real, unreal something before us. Something that shouldn't even exist. What could us real people possibly do against it? Yup, there it is. Living and breathing. Wriggling around. A fictional being. Look!
What can we do about it?
Oh, it's so gross how it moves.
Wait. Hang on, just calm down. Seeing the real thing makes me want to turn away, but it's merely a slime. A slime is the enemy monster that often appears in the early stages of a game. It's meant to be something that can be even at level 1.
Beat it. That? Are you seriously suggesting that?
I was hoping maybe you would.
You're supposed to be the hero, you spineless dummy!
I'm not the hero because I want to be. Hey, that's a rude way of putting it.
You say beat it, but we're just regular people. We don't even know if we have levels to begin with.
If we're actually characters in a game here, I'd at least like to see some sort of status menu. We just seem like ourselves.
This still doesn't feel real at all. Right, of course, I've never seen a creature in my own eyes.
Maybe the NPCs in this game feel like this too?
Feel like... how?
When we play games, we make them jump into battle with no hesitation. But actually, like, what kind of creature is that? Or how strong it is, or whether it's something we should fight, or how to fight in the first place. Aren't they completely clueless too? So maybe they're really scared, facing a monster without having any idea what lies ahead.
I never actually thought about that. Well, games are just that, games. The characters have the ability to fight from the onset. They're not average people.
Whatever! It's impossible for us to try and take that on. I think all we can do is wait until it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right.
Now that that's settled, let's stay quiet for a little while. All this stress is exhausting me.
Huh?
What's this? A cushion? There's something soft against my blood.
Nellie, you're sitting on... that...
Huh? What do you mean, that?
What else would I...
You need to be more specific.
It's here!
I mean, it was here all along!
We gotta...
Calm down. That's not a word.
Hey, wait! That one over there's gotta see us too! What?
It's...
Big brother!
You're tagged.
What? Tagged?
Allow me to explain. That mark means you are being targeted by the enemy. For the most part, the closest character or the last one that inflicted damage will be tagged. However, there are also enemies with skills to target your support characters.
Yeah, thanks for the long-winded explanation. So wait, am I in serious danger here?
Create a diversion for us, Mell.
Get real, you whack job!
We shall not forget your valiant sacrifice.
Don't just sacrifice me! Whoa, it's moving!
Nellie, weren't you supposed to be a mage? Can't you, I don't know, use some kind of range magic that hits both of them?
What? I don't know any magic. Wait, aren't you the creator of this? Didn't you make all the spells?
Just a moment, please. I'll try to remember.
Remember faster!
I think something like
What's with the cliche names everyone's heard before?
Well, it was only an outline, so don't blame me.
Have you no originality?
Hey, that's one of 3 forbidden words to say to your creator.
Forget it! I have no idea what I'm doing. I should chant those, right? I'll try it out. Birds or something. Crack or something. Zap or something. Something censoring the words.
Big surprise. Copyright screwing the little guys again.
Hey, can I slap you? Just one good slap. Oh, I'm gonna get killed! I'm gonna get killed right off the bat by a starter mob!
Let's get out of here, fast!
If we go straight ahead, we should get to the town. Full speed until we get there.
It looks like they're not following.
Tags me, so it looks like we made it somehow. Why does it disappear here the moment we got to town?
It's because the tag was automatically taken off.
You have laughably bad endurance.
I've never seen such an uninspiring hero.
I haven't ran since college at all.
Even still, this is just pathetic.
I hope it don't turn out like this when I'm an adult.
You two have just too much energy. Damn, not even out of breath at all. This is youth.
But what do you mean the tag was automatically taken off?
Typical of most RPGs, the monsters aren't allowed to the towns. When we exit the world map, we enter the town area. The monsters, now without a target, will either return to their original locations or simply wander around outside town.
Oh, so it's a system thing. Well, as long as we're safe. What's up, Nellie?
Doesn't something about here feel funny? I don't know how to put it, but the vibe is just really off. I can hear people talking, and it seems bustling with activity, but something's weird.
Weird?
Background sounds are looping.
Huh? What? What'd you say?
Like the BGM, all the other background sounds are looping. The actual activity of this town is just the sounds giving that impression. I think if we go to town center, we'll just see that. Does the monsters act accordingly to some kind of system?
I see. So the people will be the same way.
Correct. The NPCs aren't actually talking with one another. They're merely doing movements that look like they are. The sounds aren't really related.
Either way, let's get to the town center.
Our prediction was on the mark. People wandering around town just like the monsters only had uniform, rolled movements. They went back and forth the same course. There are typical NPCs. The NPCs had a total of 5 different appearances. I could see the same models over and over. At a glance, they looked no different from regular humans. They weren't artificial like dolls. That almost made it scarier. All in all, it was really unsettling. When we walked up and spoke to them, they replied with only short set phrases. Weather sure is good today, or been so busy lately. Nothing else. The same expressions, the same phrases, over and over. first suspicion that there was some kind of elaborate hoax was quickly starting to crumble away. For a trick like this, there's no way you could get together this many identical people. But in that case, what in the world were we seeing here? An illusion? A hallucination? Or was it a dream? Deep down, I really didn't want to believe that this was a game world.
Hey! That guy! He's different from the rest.
Mystified by the place we found ourselves in, we were mostly silent. Nellie broke that silence with a hopeful shout. It did sound a little forced.
Oh yeah. Maybe do you think he's in the same situation as us?
Ahead of us was a lone girl who looked like a nun.
Excuse me. Can we ask you something, please?
Greetings, good travelers. This is Nahila Village.
Huh.
Huh?
What?
Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave.
That wasn't what I wanted to ask.
Ah, so you will rid us of them. Thank you ever so much, kind travelers.
Wait a second here. Who decided that?
If you pay a visit to the village lord, he will surely provide you with travel funds and equipment. The lord's castle is directly ahead at the end of this road.
No. Don't tell me you are so...
I pray for your good fortune ahead.
An NPC.
She seems quite unique among the others. So wise.
Hey, you're messing with us, right? You're like us. And you can talk normally, right?
Greetings, good travelers. This is Nahila Village. Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave.
No.
Ah, so you will rid us of them. Thank you ever so much, good travelers.
Say something else, please.
If you pay a visit to the village lord, he will surely provide you with travel funds and equipment. The lord's castle is directly ahead at the end of this road.
Forget it.
I pray for your good fortune ahead.
This sucks. I'm losing the will to go on.
Greetings, good travelers. This is Nahila Village. Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave.
Enough already! You've got it!
Let's put some distance between her and us. It's registering us as trying to talk to her.
Yeah.
If she's an NPC, they should at least make her look like the others. I got excited for nothing.
She may be a special NPC.
What does that mean?
Some NPCs have unique roles given to them, so they make their characters stand out from the mob. She may be important later on.
But an NPC is still an NPC.
Well, true.
Fine. Thinking is getting us nowhere. But wait, this town actually had a name. Did you think of that in the outline?
Yeah. I guess I thought of it, but they were all placeholder names.
I just thought of some random ones. That sounded like they would work.
Hang on.
We spell that backwards. Why did you steal the name of the first village from something so famous?
You could at least call it homage.
Have you ever heard of something called originality?
I told you to never use that word in front of a creator.
Ah, jeez. Who cares anyway? Let's just keep moving. The Lord's castle is ahead, right?
I just can't wait to see what lies ahead in this stupid story.
Stop running your mouth off.
Let's get a move on. Start walking.
Panda me.
Damn!
That was someone shouting just now.
No way. Maybe it's not an NPC this time?
What is wrong with you all? You only say the same things over and over and grab me when I try and leave!
Camera on, Panda.
I'll destroy you, you vermin!
He's actually speaking.
He's getting angry at the APCs.
Why don't you try and say something else for once? You damn zombies should just... And just who are you? Another one of those who can say only the same thing?
No. We're not NPCs. I think we may be in the same situation as you. When we came to, we found ourselves in 7th Lair.
So we're on the same side. Ah, I'm so glad. There's another person here besides us.
Really? Are you all really different from them?
Yeah, really. We move completely by our own consciousness. We're not NPCs.
Looks like it's about to cry.
I see. Good.
Oh, he snapped himself out of it.
But what on earth is going on here? I thought to go outside to inspect, but every time I did, they grabbed me and pulled me back here. They did it without a single expression on their faces. It was so grossly bizarre. What's the meaning of this?
Well, let's just calm down. Next to the fuming man before us was another who looked like the Attendant, standing still, also expressionless. He was certainly an NPC of the castle.
How am I supposed to calm down? Just try and imagine the insanity I've had to deal with!
It was hard all alone. I understand.
No. You see, it isn't fear in the slightest that I feel. I merely wanted to express how uncomfortable it was.
Huh? Wait, are you one of those cringy betas?
I hope he's not one of those internet tough guys.
Huh? Who do you think you're speaking to?
The Lord?
No! Jacopo Brazotti, elite youth of the almighty NBC Corporation.
He just labeled himself an elite.
What? NVC?
Do not tell me you don't know NBC.
No, I don't.
I don't know either.
Good grief! I should have expected as much from kids. Hey you! You stuck in a mud long-haired freak! You surely know of it!
Well, sorry, I'm not the most exciting person to you. Yeah. It's a pretty famous international company. Your recent stockings have been particularly impressive.
Wah! Isn't it? It's the cream of the crop after all. So why is an elite member of an elite corporation being subjected to this? Offer me an explanation, now!
Okay then, I'll explain.
So what you're saying is you understand nothing. Am I right?
Yes. So, we were left with no choice but to progress the game.
Progress of the game, you say? But you said you're the owner of that cringy little site? To think. Dark Dork wasn't some middle schooler, but a full-grown adult. Pardon me for that.
Hey! You trying to start a fight?
So, you know about Joeanne having two?
Yeah, I'm in the same position as you halflings. I too downloaded the April Fool's game. I posted on the site under the name JB.
I was wondering why I had an angry deja vu feeling. It's him.
Ah, the troll JB.
Well, don't blame me. DK is the one at fault for having paper-thin skin. Come on, I'm gracing that lame side of the fringe of the internet with my presence. The user is God, if I'm not mistaken. Shouldn't you be a bit more thankful? Yet you responded indignantly without a shred of thanks. Shouldn't you be saying, I thank you humbly for your generous opinion? Hmm? Ha! Speechless, I see.
Hope you get laid off and started that piece of trash.
Hey! It really hurt him, the poor guy.
I cannot see that I'm the one who's hurting here.
Now then, you said you were progressing forward with the game.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen if we just stand around.
Well, do your best. I shall wait here for your report.
Huh?
There are monsters or such outside, yes? Who in their right mind would willingly join you hooligans on such an outing? This is most certainly something for underlings to...
Slimey.
Oh, valiant lord, are you truly saying that you, yourself, will venture out to eradicate the fiends?
Huh?
Please do not do such thing, my lord. What shall become of the castle should something happen to you?
You, stop it. I never implied that I would.
Rectifying the problems of the land is the duty of the lord. I understand. Ah, what a truly noble man you are.
Do you possess ears?
Very well, we shall await your safe and sound return. Please leave everything here to us in your absence.
Listen to me!
I pray for your victory, my lord.
God damn it!
supposed to join us as part of the game.
Let's head out and meet up with him. Oh, come on, no reason to pout. You should look on the bright side. Now you can move around as you please, right?
Oh. What does this mean? Before I couldn't go outside no matter what I tried.
Probably a flag, if I had to guess.
Huh? A flag?
If it didn't clear the event if Lair becomes an ally, then Lair is probably restricted to that room.
Not a character here, you insolent. Well, it is how it is. I'll grace you all with my presence. But listen, you'll be the ones taking care of the monsters. Are we clear? Unlike you all, I have aspirations and potential back in the real world. I can't let anything happen to me here.
If we end up getting killed by monsters, what's gonna happen to us?
That's the topic I don't want to think about. Isn't it element of the game, or we lose our actual lives?
I certainly don't want to taste it.
We're all in the same boat, I'm sure. I don't want to test it. I don't want to take the risk. Well, me too. If I die, die without seeing you again, I just can't. I sat frozen in front of the black-haired girl. I knew I had to respond, but in a hurry to nod and say, "Why yes, that's me," should be uneasy. Despite knowing I had to speak, my throat was suddenly bone dry and I couldn't.
Did you request the check?
Oh, whoops. Ray. Can be the waiter.
Did you request the check?
The waiter spoke before I could. My eyes went wide in panic, remembering that I had asked for a check moments ago. No, not yet. Sorry. Instead, can I, get one cappuccino, please? You're mute.
Right away, sir.
In my flustered, jittery state, I remembered how to speak and turned to the girl. Yes, yes, that's me. In my dorky response, her face bloomed like a flower opening on a sunny morning.
Ah, good. I thought for a moment I'd made a mistake. Did I perhaps make you wait?
No, not at all. I think I may have actually come too early.
Oh, I see. In that case, I should have come sooner myself. Oh, may I take a seat?
Oh, yeah, please. I was growing increasingly disconcerted with my inability to say anything considerate. Why did I get so nervous like this? My heart felt like it was in a vice and I was growing antsy in my seat. I couldn't look her right in the eyes and I was starting to feel like going home would be best. Yeah, it wasn't as though I was repulsed by her or anything like that. Maybe because it's an actual girl that came and not a former colleague coming to tease me? Maybe because of how beautiful she was. All was likely coming together in a casserole of confusion.
I'm so happy that you came.
Oh no, I said it with so. God, come on. I should have said, "Oh no, the pleasure's all mine." What's with that reply? Pull it together, man. Fortunately, it didn't seem uncomfortable after my bizarre reply. She was still smiling. can she seem like she's enjoying herself so much? Is she really happy that she got to meet me? It's been so long since I had a genuine smile aimed at me, free of any malice, so I've kind of forgotten what kind of face I should make in return. Maybe this really is some kind of scam like Imeon said? But that makes sense when you think about it. A beautiful girl like this, liking my games, and saying she wants to see me in person? It's too perfect. Not possible. Makes no sense. Yes. Is this where the scam begins?
I wrote you a letter. I wanted to write down everything I enjoyed about the games and what I liked and how I felt. All of it. Would you be so kind as to accept it?
What? A letter?
Yes, a letter.
You mean by hand?
Yes, of course. I mean, if it was on my computer, I could have just sent it, right?
No, I mean, I get lots of messages from you already, so...
I just feel that something about messaging is just not the same. I'm sure you're busy, so whenever you have time, I hope you can read it.
Again, I was at a loss for words. I was still in disbelief that someone would give me so many thoughtful words online, almost to the extent I thought I was dreaming. And now on top of that, a handwritten letter?
Does this seem like I'm forcing this on you?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, really? Good.
She gave me another cute smile. She pulled out a very girly envelope and handed it to me. It had just been my imagination, but I felt a floral scent waved over me from it. What's happening? What's happening to me? Not good. Something's definitely...
Are you okay?
I can feel my face growing red. I need to use the restroom. It's making me shy, having such emotion shown towards me. Even more so because it was genuine. Despite being actually happy about it, I was unable to be honest about that happiness to her. In fact, I felt ashamed at the idea of even showing my happiness. This was the way the internet poisoned me. No, this wasn't the internet's fault. I may only see negativity towards me. The resistance I had tried to put against it had warped my emotions permanently. But there's no creator alive who didn't appreciate someone expressing their pleasure at his work. While I knew logically that users were various and unique in their own ways, it was hard to see them as anything other than a cloud of anonymous users. Giselle had emerged from that as an individual. It was a gorgeous ray of sunshine for me. After regaining my composure, I sat down again. I was able to actually hold a conversation. Yet, whenever she directly praised something about my games, she only muttered an awkward chuckle. But how in the world did she find out about my games? It'd be blunt to say that my games weren't famous, yet to be featured in any sort of publication. So it was puzzling to no end how a normal girl like Giselle would know about them. Was Giselle really normal? She didn't use any internet slang if she said she was the daughter of some rich family. We completely believe her. So the puzzle got even more confounding. How could such a seemingly normal girl be, in fact, a massive fan of indie games? Where did you find out about it? About my site?
My friend told me about it.
She answered in a softly honest voice. Oh, so you don't usually play games?
No, not usually. Although I really like reading.
Her answer was disappointing and not in a small way. She has said in her messages that my games were unique, stood apart. But that actually meant nothing. She merely thought that because she knew nothing else. In reality, my games lack any kind of sparkle or originality.
So, Dark Knight, do you...
Oh, sorry. Call me Michelle, please. Michelle is my real name.
Oh, what a nice name you have. Okay, Michelle.
It was still weird having her call me by my screen name, so I corrected her. But now what? It's almost more embarrassing hearing her say my actual name. It's almost too common of a name, so sometimes I wish I had a more interesting one. Both women and men have it, so sometimes I hear my name being said on the street, and of course, there's no one who would actually be talking to me on the street, so I just don't really like it. What am I getting so flustered about?
It's an angel's name, though. It's beautiful. And lots of people choosing it as a name means that a lot of people think it's beautiful, right? It's a good name.
Why can't you just say thank you like a normal person?
Oh, I was wondering. Michelle,
Yes?
do you have your studio here in Paris?
Huh? A studio? What kind of studio could you mean?
Yeah, a studio where you make your games.
Her innocent smile shone like a cloudless sky. She was honest. It was painfully clear she wasn't teasing me. What this told me was that she truly didn't know a thing. Ignorant to the extent that she thought indie game makers had studios. Everything from how to make games to our social standing. Maybe someone who legitimately registered as a company and has had a few hits had studios. All I did was work alone in a tiny apartment, casting my games off into the ocean of the internet. There were many like me. And though she meant no harm, I still couldn't suppress a slight grimace. Well, how to put it, I don't have a studio and I don't even support myself fully from those games alone.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, I wrongly assumed. So, what sort of work do you do otherwise?
Yikes, I never liked this question. It was one that forced me to come to terms with where I stood in society. A question that normal people toss around willy-nilly, unaware of how destructive it was to my psyche. I write things, in a way.
Oh, so you're a writer.
I wanted to crawl into a hole. Could feel the eyes of the world's proper writers searing into me. No, you're wrong. There's nothing even remotely commendable like that. And even if I say I write stuff, that doesn't mean it can't even be considered writing. Believe me, there's a lot you'd be better off not knowing on the internet. When the word rolls my way is trashy advertisements or fake reviews for stuff. I mean, if I was a scriptwriter who wrote short stories, I would have already bragged about that to you. But I couldn't tell her any of that. I still had some pride as a man. I didn't want to purposely tear down the inflated dreamlike image she had of me. So I took the compliments, even knowing she was completely missing the mark. She was wrong. Yet I maintained a vague equilibrium, also lacking the courage to go along with it and lie.
If you have a book out, I would love to read it.
So, what do you do normally? My only option was to steer the conversation away from details about me.
I'm a college student. I go to the University of Lyon.
Lyon's quite far away from here. Must be hard commuting.
Oh no. I live in Lyon, so.
What? Good gravy. Just to meet someone like me, she'd venture all the way to Paris? That distance, no joke.
I thought if possible you could show me your studio too. Although that was a wrong assumption on my part.
If you had told me, we could have met somewhere in the middle, more convenient for you.
Okay, let's do that next time.
Next time? Was she serious? Was she honestly considering meeting again? No, no way. She was being polite. Could have only been that. I hadn't said a single thoughtful or interesting thing, yet she was thinking to meet me again? That was simply inconceivable. Which is why I again responded vaguely.
Isn't the smell of a bookstore the best? It's such a unique and familiar scent. So calming.
After talking in the cafe for a bit longer, we stopped by a bookstore. The cafe actually got a bit crowded, and I felt guilty occupying a table that long with just one cappuccino. Once outside, she said,
It's been a while since I visited Paris.
in response, I ended up saying, "Oh, is there anywhere you'd like to go?" I was shocked such a thing could emerge from my mouth, and a cold sweat began. It was a statement that presumed we would stay together at the cafe. It's insinuated that I would take her somewhere. I mean, taking her to a bookstore in Paris wouldn't be unpleasant for me. In fact, I was thrilled to do so, but that didn't mean that she had wanted it. Thought she didn't want it to be seen walking next to me merely floated my mind. Although the fact that she was here now with me maybe meant that she liked the suggestion. No, maybe she was only pretending to be happy about it. Inside, she might have been thinking of how much of a bother this was. Maybe she was just being polite yet again. I was always wanting to let negative thoughts win out.
Is this actually a bother for you? If it is, you don't have to stay.
No, not at all. It's not a bother at all for me.
Okay, as long as it's not. I just got the feeling that you were a little removed.
Mine just wandered in a bit of a negative direction. My mind just wandered in a bit of a negative direction, sorry.
What? Negative?
Oh no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Get it together, man. You never need to push your insecurities on a girl who's taking a liking to your games. I'll come all the way from Lyon to see you. You need to, at the very least, make her think that there's some value in coming out all the way to Paris. What would be something good to talk about right now?
Michelle.
Yes? Just the first to speak. How many times was that now?
What kind of books do you like? Since you make games, I'm sure you read a lot, right?
No, I didn't read much. That was too uncool to say, so I started listing off some books I had to read for one class during college. Let's see. Well, I suppose Wimbard or maybe Lair is a good place to start.
Oh, yes. Indeed, I saw A Season in Hell and Paris Fleeing on the Royame Heaven profile. I see you really like literature.
Wow, she didn't read the profile. I'm gonna put those books on to seem a little more cultured. You can claim I like literature in any meaningful way.
I haven't really read any classic literature. I always get sleepy after I start reading. If only I'd studied harder, I could discuss the literature on your level. What a shame.
I was willing to bet that even despite that, she knew more. So it's perfect that I didn't have to reveal how clueless I was. So what kind of books do you read?
Mostly recent stuff. I like thrillers, but also read romance novels too.
Romance. Now there is something I literally never read. Imagine I would throw it on the ground in a few pages. People like me who shut themselves in, like me, tend to despise reading about others in love. I don't want to be reminded of my own loneliness. I guess our reading interests don't match. I chuckled painfully. Maybe my imagination, but she looked peeved about that. But she quickly smiled again.
Okay, maybe our movie interests match?
She said. Why was she suddenly trying to find what hobbies we had in common? Movies. Huh. Although I could probably talk about movies more than I could about books.
What kind of movies do you watch, Michelle?
One that I really like is Gattaca, but watch recent ones too.
Gattaca?
Oh, you never heard of Gattaca? It's directed by Andrew Nicole, and the music's done by the great Michael Newman. So it's an excellent movie.
I guess I need to expand my tastes. I'll watch it sometime. What kind of movie is it?
The story? Well, you should just watch it. It's science fiction set in the near future. It's quite old now, but the visuals are still stunning.
I see. Is there a scene that really stands out?
The last scene's obviously amazing, but yeah, that sex scene was really great too. Yo! What do they keep doing? That's what's uncalled for. Borderline harassment. No, that wasn't my intention at all in saying it. It wasn't lead into some dirty joke either. I was just honestly impressed by how beautifully and dreamlike they did the scene. So much to the point that I thought maybe me sleeping with someone could be a beautiful thing too. No. It doesn't matter what the reason is. This is something to say to a girl I only met today. Think before you speak. It was artistic. That's what I meant. It's not at all a sexually explicit movie or anything.
I see. So you like those kinds of scenes. I'll remember that.
That really sounded like she was taken the wrong way.
I'll tell you my thoughts on Gattaca after I watch it.
Oh, yeah. Not hesitantly, trying to brush away any misunderstandings about the sex scene. What was the sensation? You need to share with someone else what I liked, and having them understand it? I never knew it could be such a calming feeling. There was some bashfulness mixed in there. But honestly, I was looking forward to hear what she thought about it. What words would she use to evaluate a movie I liked? What kind of emotions would she feel watching it? It was hard to describe feeling. Peculiar feeling. It seemed strange that I was hoping that she liked the movie as much as I did. If we have some time at this, would you like to take a walk? I just think Paris can be quite pleasant. Wait. The first line's yours.
If we have some time after this, would you like to take a walk? I just think Paris can be quite pleasant.
Yeah. I don't mind at all.
Great.
She smiled again with that honest look of joy. While losing myself in that beautiful smile, it hit me. This was a date. Paris was as it always was. I'd grown so tired of the streets that I stopped even taking notice of them. But those very streets seemed to show a different side of themselves when I walked with someone else. I was sure I'd seen everything, but now I was starting to notice new things. Like when I step off the main boulevard to a smaller road, the scenery totally changed, or how the deli often patronized actually had a really neat sign out front. There's so much to see when you actually looked. And all of that was because she was pointing them out. Had I been alone, I would have glossed over it like it was nothing. It wasn't as though the entire world suddenly looked different, of course, but the people walking the streets with their usual glum, cold expressions suddenly looked warmer, more human. It felt like a new emotion toying with me. It was actually just her exuberance that seemed to live in everything little by little. Were you okay with just walking around? I asked. There's not enough tourist traps to make you want to scream, of course, and she could have easily gone to a bookstore or taken a stroll in Lion. As the words left my mouth, thoughts immediately started to swirl in my brain. Should I pay for it if we go somewhere? Do I even have enough cash on hand to cover what we might do?
Tourist traps are nice, but I usually prefer to just wander around town like this. Of course, if I went abroad, I'd want to go nuts and see all the famous spots. But here, I don't know. Going to a tourist spot can make you feel a little anxious. The city of Paris itself, lively like a giant tourist trap. But it's lively in a different way.
I think I know what you mean. You go to a place you think you know, but it feels far away at the same time. Or makes you feel tense, anxious. I guess that's why when you go sightseeing, you have to kind of psych yourself up for it. Indeed, you have to be in the mood to properly enjoy sightseeing. Always wipe when it's over. Of course, it can be a good kind of tired. Like you recharge or ready to return to the day today. However, I'm a lethargic type. Before traveling, I don't get eager and bubbly, but rather drained at the prospect alone. I had a feeling she was slightly the former. She could psych herself up, enjoy a full day of sightseeing to the max. I realized she had her eyes fixed on me. Wait, what? Was I doing something weird without knowing it? Oh, did she want to respond to what she said? Right, I've been quiet the whole time she was talking.
My goal wasn't sightseeing today. It was to meet you, Michelle.
I was wrong. You were saying something wonderful. And naturally, I let my eyes wander away awkwardly. How was she able to say things like that? I was wondering. These were the only words I could muster. Should I ask her? I've been plagued with doubts ever since we left the bookstore. I didn't even have the courage to form a complete sentence.
What is it?
Here was, still fumbling over my words. No, never mind, nothing, is what I almost said. I fought that impulse back before finally speaking. So, what'd you think? Actually, meeting me and all. I think it was more nerve-wracking than asking for someone's evaluation of me. This was just someone who had no idea what a game creator was. I knew I was so different than what she imagined, but I still wanted to ask. I was dying to know who the person was, what she saw through her eyes.
You're a really unique and interesting person.
What? Really? Are you worried I'm a guy who can't even improv a joke, and when anything unexpected happens, I clam up? Perhaps her idea of interesting was broken, or perhaps she was talking to Michelle from another dimension the whole time. How so?
Like, when I thought you were just quiet, you were actually looking all around.
Oh, so that's what she meant by interesting.
And you know so much. I can tell. When you're quiet, you're not zoning out, but rather choosing your words. So it's really fun to talk to you. And it makes me want to talk more about lots of other things.
Just being polite. I know. It's social etiquette, so I shouldn't get my hopes up. But it was not as I told myself that. And that she wanted more, made me so happy. I could feel myself wanting to know more and more about her as well. My mind was screaming at me that I was getting in too deep and to turn and run. But I gave in to my emotions and opened my mouth. Me too. I want to talk with you more. He gave that same beaming smile. Nodded excitedly. Then, with an overwhelming sense of joy, said,
Yes, of course, let's. We already talked about it next time at the cafe anyway.
her bright, exuberant nature was making me dizzy. This wasn't like me. Not at all. I chose to blame on the sun and ignore it. After that, I strolled around until the sun went down, and I summoned dinner before I walked her to the station. Before I saw her off, she wanted a handshake. I felt I could never forget the warmth of her touch.
Okay, so before you forget that warmth, you hurried home and rubbed one out, I see.
I did not rub one out. What's wrong with you?
Jeez, just kidding. Your buttons are so easy to push sometimes. Are you a middle schooler or something?
Stop it. Shut up.
I mean, it seems like she has a thing for you. And it seems like it wasn't a trap after all. I think it would have been proper to take her home at that point.
I never had that intention in the first place.
What a mess of a 20-something you are. Not like a 27-year-old at all.
Just because you are one, but in reality, the only 27-year-olds that act grown up are in fiction. The little ones are like me.
Well, that might be true. Well, 20-somethings are like kids. So, how was she? What was she like? Was she hot?
She was cute, I think.
Tickle bites.
Yeah, big.
No scars in her arms or anything?
Why would you even ask that?
It's too good to be true. A pretty girl with big tits who's a fan and who came all the way out to see you? It makes no sense unless there's a landmine here.
It wasn't like that. It was like she was just totally normal, I think.
Well, I guess I'll just say congrats for now.
What? Why?
You're one step closer to getting a girlfriend.
Imeon laid the jokes on thick, but I've been happy just seeing her one more time. At least, that's what I felt like I wanted. Having inflated expectations was never good. Had no money, no status, no future. I was already 27. Would only be malaise over a life. After I left her that night, I was refreshing my inbox every few minutes. After not getting an email for a whole day, I could hardly suppress my disappointment. But then, a new mail notification popped up. My body froze from a sudden surge of adrenaline.